independent, that's a red flag to me. We don't like independent women. We do like self-sufficient women, but there's a major difference between the two.
The Venn diagram of male and toddler behavior is almost a perfect circle. Inability to communicate, poor basic communication skills, prone to angry emotional outbursts instead of communication, poor motor skills, like things get dropped or broken or smashed a lot. That's literally like the same as a toddler. The missing link between actions and consequences, thinks they can lie to your face, doesn't understand like short-term versus long-term reward, needs to be supervised, otherwise they will make poor decisions. When they've been quiet for too long, you know something's wrong, needs to be potty trained, wants what they can't have and like doesn't understand why they can't have it, has conflicting desires, right? Like they want to be themselves independent, but they also get mad when other people don't like predict their needs or read their mind or whatever. Has to have everything spelled out for them, right? For it to finally make sense. And there has to be very clear and direct benefit to them in whatever that thing is. Who have I just described? A grown man or a toddler? There's very few grown men that do not fit this description. Also, the fact that for toddlers, a lot of the times, like the answer to things when they get upset or when they're angry is to destroy something. Whenever they get like really mad, they don't know how to process it other than to hurt something or someone, or to destroy something or unfortunately someone. That's why we have so many male annihilators, because it's not just a ha-ha funny joke. Like they're literally stuck in the stage, and it's actually very scary for us women. These men don't have basic emotional, cognitive, and problem-solving skills. They are not looking to develop in those skills. They are actually looking to keep performing those skills poorly until their mommy wife gives up on trying to teach them. Because they have figured out that toddlers have got it made. Like toddlers get to do whatever they want, say whatever they want. And that's how most men want to act and behave and move through the world. They want to just do whatever they want, but on the lowest basic possible scale of human behavior. I'm not joking. Like if it were less embarrassing to use a diaper, they would. They literally would. Because a lot of them piss in bottles and leave it in their room. Coming back to the self-centeredness, this is why men have to be gentle parented, right? This is why you have to have a certain tone when it's not what you said, it's the tone that you said it in. And the other thing that they also don't want to say is that you had a reason to be upset. Because you've used your nice tone with me hundreds and hundreds of times and I still didn't listen. But now when you use the wrong tone, now you use a harsh tone, I still won't listen. It's literally the same thing as a toddler. You know, they just listen whenever they feel like it. That's also a man. And this is why they also lose interest whenever something becomes like less about them. This is why they're losing interest in like independent, self-sufficient women, because it's gone too far to where they, the man, can't be the center of attention. Towards the end of that original video that I stitched, the man also said, let's flip the table. What if men went around acting like they were so independent all the time and like they don't need women? Like, as if that's not the reality, as if that's not how most men act. Like most men won't even ask for directions when they're lost. They will annihilate people to prove their independence. Like they'll do anything. So it's kind of funny that he would even say that, because men do not go around acting like they need women, even though they very desperately, very clearly do, right? They just want to believe so badly that women feel the same way about them. And it's just, that's the fact that's not true. Oh, I don't want like this independent woman, like whatever. Yeah, most men don't want women to realize the fact that most men couldn't afford a woman. You know, now that we have placed a financial value on childcare, childbirth, like a surrogate costs upwards of $200,000 on the low end. Most men do not have that lying around, but yet they have more than one child by a woman, and they've probably never contributed that much money to benefit her as she has by providing them the invaluable service of birthing and feeding and raising his children. So of course, most men don't want women to be independent, because for a woman to realize her actual financial value out in the world does not benefit men. And men want it to always be about them. They never want to participate in arenas where women are also succeeding. This is, again, another overlap that they have with a toddler, right? When you play with a toddler, you have to pretend like you're really bad at the game, right? You can't just whoop their ass, right? Like they're 2 years old. So you have to pretend like you're on the same like skill level as them, like that's what they like. Otherwise they won't have fun, they'll just walk away. And what are we seeing men do? The minute that women are like, oh good, I don't have to hide the fact anymore that I'm valuable to society, that I'm worth money, that I can go to school, that I can go to work, that I can get my own job, get my own car, have my own place, men are like, well, this isn't fun anymore. I only liked it when I was the one that could hold this shit over your head. The moment that you reveal that you're not actually like dumber than them, they really hate that. That really turns them off. So they would never, ever want an independent woman, because then that means they would have to be independent too. They never want to talk about what they are needed for, right? Like, men very obviously need women for some very obvious things, right? Access to women for men is not easy. So anytime you can secure continued and dependable access to a woman, that's already a win for you as a man, right? First of all, most men don't know basic life skills, so they literally need to keep a woman around just to do that. Dishes, laundry, cooking, cleaning, all of that. And then the obvious, right? There's kids. Most men would not be able to have kids without a woman that they've duped into doing it for much cheaper than the going rate. Imagine how many men wouldn't have children at all if every woman charged for every birth as a surrogate birth. You know how many men would stop with their, oh, I want 12 kids, oh, I want a football team. You know how quickly they'd shut the fuck up about that? Yeah, because they know that you're providing them an invaluable service for free. All they're obsessed with is winning, and just like a toddler, they only want to play if they're gonna win. And their prize as the grown men is legacy. So that's why they want to have 12 kids. They just want to use your body to pump out their little winning chips, their little Monopoly pieces. But what do most men bring to the table? A paycheck? And they want you to act like you're their little servant and like you're nothing without them and like you're so dependent on them? Tough shit. Tough shit. You know, they also wanted us to stay out of the schools and out of the workplace and out of all these things. And now we see why. Because it's not fun for them to play unless they are the ones winning. Because they have the mentality of a fucking toddler. Okay? So yeah, do not worry about what these men are saying about what kind of women they want. They want to be made to feel like they are the center of the entire universe, okay? They want to be made to feel like somebody can't live without them because they know damn well that they are useless and a leech. The amount of value that men can extract from a woman over the course of her entire lifetime is way more than these men will even earn in the course of their entire lifetime, financially wise. And they are not bringing companionship to the table. They're not bringing understanding to the table. They're not bringing anything solid to the table except for maybe a paycheck. And you might as well live with a roommate if the paycheck is what you're interested in. You know, you might as well live with someone who's not also always pestering you to do things in the bedroom that you don't want to be doing. Because again, it does not fun for them unless they're the one winning, right? Always pushing you to do more and more depraved stuff, because that to them feels like conquering and winning, you know? Because again, they're just doing that thing that toddlers do when they just hit you for fun, just like for a reaction. And that's why men play so many pranks on their girlfriends, and like their dry sense of humor is actually so mean and is just nagging her all the time. Because just like toddlers, men like to feel like they are in charge for no reason. The only thing that matters to them is the size of their ego. And nothing shrinks their ego faster than realizing that a woman doesn't need them for shit. That a woman's actually doing them a fucking favor by being in their company. They hate that. And so they'll go out of their way to make you feel like it's their presence that's the prize. When it's not. It's yours, ladies. So do without what you will. You do not need to pretend to depend on a man. Because you don't. You'd find your way just fine. You'll be okay. Women have been. That's why we're still around despite the fact that men literally annihilate us every single day. Every 5 days just in the US, there's a femicide. That's just the US. So literally every day women are just offed for no reason other than men need to feel like the main character, men need to feel like they have some sort of hold or power or something over us. And yet we're still here because they are independent enough to live without a man. Like to say that just because she gets around a man that a woman needs to start pretending like she's dependent on him. Women have never been dependent on men. The only people that women can depend on is other women. It's not men, and it never has been. Men betray women all the time. Men leave women when they're sick, run off on their wives all the time. Men literally cause women to have autoimmune disorders from the crazy making behavior and the mistreatment and the constant stress and anxiety that they present to women. So no, men actually do believe that women are independent. That's what they treat us like. They treat us like a toddler treats an adult. They want us to understand all of their contradictions and be able to read their mind and use the right tone when we need to and gentle parent them and like make them feel like a real big, strong little dude. He's mommy's little helper. Fuck that. They come out here and they tell on themselves every single day. You just have to listen. So I hope you are, ladies. Stay safe out there. I love you so much. Godspeed.